said.
Recording.
All the beans. Bean Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's going on? It's the BOTA Cast. I'm here with the boys. I'm here with James. I'm here with Drew. I'm also here with myself. Fuck me.
What it do, baby?
What it do, Drew?
What do we do?
What it do?
Drew, what does it do?
It does it.
Can confirm. It does it.
It does what it do.
I do cha-cha. All right, guys. We are here for some lovely Week 8 recap, some Week 9 preview,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully some prop bets if I can think of any on the spot. Who OP?
Yep.
Whatever the hell else we usually do.
OP.
Who OP? All right, boys. Let's get into some Week 8 recap. All right. Are there any games that stand out to anyone that we want to talk about?
Yeah, there is
Yeah,
actually.
Let's go to Drew. Let's go to Drew here. What do we got, Drew?
It was the last one that we saw.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That game was a lot closer than I and I'm sure a lot of other people thought it was going to be.
Here's the big question. Was it pass interference?
At
No,
the
it
end?
was just a
At
terrible
the end?
throw.
Yeah, it was a terrible throw.
Yeah.
That throw needed to be faster and out towards the pylon, not when it wasn't way behind.
I understand where people are coming from. He wasn't looking at the play. He made no intention, essentially,
That's just nice.
to make the play. But he just stuck his arms out randomly and kind of nailed it. But all things
he
considered.
also sprinting over to him to be able to make a play. And if it was a good throw,
Right. If it was a good throw, I don't think so. If it was a good throw, I don't think
he has a chance to interfere.
exactly. I think the ball is placed leading the receiver towards the sideline. That's a catch. Tie game. They're going OT.
And if you can throw it a half a second to 3/4 of a second sooner,
right,
he's even further away. I mean, it was just bad timing and a bad spot on the throw.
You know,
is what it comes
who
down
covered whoever covered him. I forget who it was.
Antoine Winfield.
Give Antoine Winfield credit because he was playing middle. He was playing linebacker over towards the right side, and he covered a lot of ground to make that play. Whether it was pass interference or not, you gotta give Whitfield the credit he deserves on breaking up a play on a bad throw by Danny Pennies. I don't even know. I can't even call him Danny Dimes anymore. Fuck it.
Danny Det. Oh.
Danny Det, dude. Yeah, he's putting that Giants franchise in the ground.
Yeah, because he's got more turnovers than touchdowns.
Yeah,
he's in debt, bro.
He's like the white lobster eating Jameis Winston.
Can we confirm that Danny Det eats lobster? Do we have that on tape?
We could confirm that. I just said lobster because of the crab legs thing with Jameis Winston, but you know,
he's a farm boy. I don't know that he's
no.
I bet he likes country fried steak.
No. I would go scallops. I think that's like a white person.
Scallops?
Scallops, yeah.
I think you'd be better off saying like Daniel Jones eats like whitefish. Like just plain.
Unseasoned boiled chicken breast.
Yeah. If he's feeling saucy, he'll put a little pepper on it.
No, he eats swordfish, dude. He's a swordfish guy.
No, swordfish is way too cool for Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's true. Swordfish is pretty cool.
Feel pretty targeted, man. I like swordfish.
Is it?
Swordfish is delicious.
Yeah, swordfish is good as hell.
I have to get off topic, but I've never had swordfish.
Dude, I'll make swordfish one.
All right, it's like a steak, right? Swordfish steak, right?
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
Yeah.
Okay. What's like the fish? Is it like a highly fishy taste, or I'm just curious.
It's not super fishy.
Okay.
It's good, man. So I like swordfish.
All right.
And I'm not a big seafood guy.
This sports podcast is dissolved into swordfish talk.
Well, but that's what happens when you have 2 out of 3 people that are culinary students and or graduated from Johnson and Wales with a 4-year degree calling Cheerios or fucking what was it?
SpaghettiOs are
SpaghettiOs just
Cheerios.
Hot cereal, dude.
No. Don't mess up my quote. I said
sorry, I messed up your quote.
SpaghettiOs are just tomato Cheerios. Please give me credit.
That's terrible. Oh my god. Fucking
Spot the lie.
All of it. Yeah, no, but like I said, I don't think it was pass interference. I think if it was a better throw and he got there and knocked him off before the ball gets there, then we have an argument. But honestly, I just see a bunch of whiny Giants fans that don't have a fucking clue as to what's going on in their world right now.
Poor New York City, bro.
Not even poor New York.
They have one win between their two football teams.
I will say poor New York Jets fans. I never feel bad for Jets fans because I fucking hate them, but I feel bad for Jets fans because of what that front office is doing to that team. Yeah, the Giants, I don't care.
As a whole, also one win.
As a whole.
And like 12 losses.
Yeah.
This year so far.
Yeah.
And
the funny thing is, James's take is still on track.
Yeah, we're still on track for the 3 out of MetLife, baby.
From both New York City teams.
Yeah.
They'd have to do better than they did in the first half of the year for that to be true. That would not be true.
The only thing, James, is that you do have to remember that the Giants do in fact play in the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
So at any given moment, even if Daniel Jones is terrible, they could still win a game because the NFC East is like a dog shit division.
Have you seen the Cowboys play football lately?
Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci. R.I.P. Ben
DiNucci is not the answer.
Yeah,
that's a big hard no.
Ben DiNucci's a guy they saw coming out of, I think, the MAC, and they were like, yeah, that's the answer. Or no, FBS maybe? I don't know. Either way, they saw him coming out and they're like, he's an underrated star.
Andy Dalton would be significantly better in his current condition. So
severely concussed
Andy Dalton would be better.
Damn. Prop bet. Who was better, severely concussed Andy Dalton or fucking Ben DiNucci?
I don't know if it's a prop bet, but I love it.
No, I'll make it a prop bet later. I'll think of something. All right.
They should trade for Mohamed Sanu. He can play quarterback.
They should fucking sign Cole McDonald.
Why not at this point?
At this point, why the fuck not?
He physically have a farm in Dallas, honestly. If we're really saying that. Anyways,
Dallas, big farm.
James, you have any games that you want
to I do, baby. You're missing on the fucking one of the biggest storylines that wasn't pass interference. What's his face? I can't think of the receiver's name. Socking a cornerback. Chicago losing. Also, another game that shouldn't have been this close, but is Chicago 23, Saints 26. Hold on, I'll get the names in a second. They're irrelevant, so I don't care.
CJ Gardner Johnson was the one that got his chain snatched and smacked upside the head.
And it was Javon Wims.
Yeah, Javon Wims.
Oh God, I'm Chris.
What was the Chris? Anyways, what's there's a reason I don't finish that.
Tua
Tagovailoa. See, I can say the full name, just not his first name. What is the whole story behind that? Because I just saw the physical fight.
So they were, I guess Javon Wims said that like they knocked his mouth guard out earlier in the game.
There's something about getting spit on at some point, right?
There was like back and forth, and then he literally walked up to him, snatches his chain, and then smacked him. And then he was like, "What the hell?" And then he smacked him again.
He's like, Javon was literally smacked him and goes, "Did I fucking stutter?" Boom across the helmet.
Yeah,
Jesus,
that was wild.
That was nuts. Well, I think he's suspended for 2 games by the team, right?
No, by the NFL.
Oh, it's by the league. Yeah. Oh, okay, all right. I thought it was team a team punishment, but
no, you can't.
That was the second most entertaining fight this week.
Hello? Yeah, Mom.
What was the first?
That would Drew, thanks for asking. We're gonna work on some great editing here. That would be Florida.
Sorry.
What I just choked on. That would be the Florida Mizzou U fight after a late hit on Kyle Trask.
Interesting. I don't know what I do not know what he talks about.
I was talking about the most entertaining fight. It was a bench clear.
Oh, nice.
That is automatically better.
Yeah, bench clearing, yeah. Okay. Well, do you have anything other than the fight in the game specifically? Because
No, that was the most entertaining part. I really actually did not enjoy that game watching it.
No,
it was a sloppy football.
Yeah,
game.
it wasn't.
It was not great.
Yeah, it was very sloppy.
The Bears, I don't know how they continue to be this close in games.
I think every game that they have played, it's been within, I think, less than a touchdown. I'm gonna look at the games, but I'm honestly pretty sure that every game that they've won or lost, it's been by less than 7 points. Okay, I guess NFL doesn't want to work. That's cool. Anyways, I'll get you those stats, I guess, at some point, even though we don't do stats here, but it's all about the gut check, baby.
Do you have a game?
Do I have a game?
I'm
obviously going to talk about the fumble. But
the fumble.
The fumble. Yes, the fumble. We should all know what we're talking about there. I think the game we need to talk about, James, and I'm really sorry.
No, it's fair. We should.
What the hell happened between the Raiders and the Browns? Because that game was a fucking shit show.
Fuck the referees. They didn't make that much of a difference. But if Jarvis didn't get a catch, Hunter Renfrow shouldn't have got a catch. Second point, not Baker's fault this time. Most of the receivers, if you watched it, Njoku had a couple drops. Jarvis with the
what else is
drop. Yeah. So there we go. Good hands, Njoku. God, it was miserable. It was windy. I don't give a fuck. Great time for a reset. Nick Chubb comes back next week.
Good. That's good. Yeah. Then you obviously have Kareem. You have what?
You know what else happens next week? Not this week. I realize that.
What?
Texans Browns.
Oh yeah, David Johnson.
Tomato bet, baby.
He's going for 100.
Tomato bet.
All right. I'm just gonna run through a couple of games. Steelers Ravens, really good game. Steelers come out on top, 28-24. That's close to home for you, James. Of course. What's up?
Yeah.
Gochi. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's down to 3,000 now. It's down to 3,000. It's down to 3,000. Anyways, we're not gonna go into politics here.
No.
No politics. Oh my god, dude, you're gonna fucking flip me. God damn it. Dude, I literally almost flipped.
I had you fucking held, bro.
Just like the state of Georgia.
Woo!
All right,
so
sorry.
yeah, in that game, who the fuck is Lamar Jackson? Where's MVP Lamar Jackson at?
That's funny that you mentioned that, because didn't I say he was gonna fucking fall off? He was gonna drop in production this year. Did I not say that?
You did.
When we were covering him. This is what happens with his prototype of quarterback. Once they figure out what to do, you can block him from running. He's not an accurate passer. He can throw the deep ball pretty well. I mean, ish. They're limiting Mark Andrews. Marquise Brown hasn't been able to do anything.
No, he was pissed.
And I'm sorry, but your other options, what? Willie Snead, dude? Like, no, you're not going to do anything with that. They're limiting the Ravens offense. The Steelers obviously are a really good team. Their defense has been stellar. The offense has been doing enough to get past other teams. But I think the biggest story out of this game is Lamar Jackson who?
Yeah.
You're
right. You're 100% right.
Right. But anyways,
he has one MVP year, and actually, not to be like a truther or anything, because I'm still going to say Lamar's the better player. But him and Baker don't have like that far off of stats. Total yards, like if you look at it this year, it's pretty similar and comparable, which isn't great in my defense. Overall, the only thing that Lamar really has going is
I was trying to make it easier for you.
Total yards.
Oh shit!
Look it up.
Pennsylvania went down. Pennsylvania went down, but to 64. Yeah. So that game. Sorry guys, it's a very interesting time. I think the last game I really want to talk about before I go into anything. Titans lose to the Bengals, which is hilarious. Giovanni Bernard had a game apparently. Packers lost. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook had 4 touchdowns though. He went off.
Dalvin Cook
off on the Packers defense.
Yeah.
Falcons beat the Panthers. I'm just gonna run through the scores really quickly. If you guys have any talking points, Chiefs blow out the Jets. I mean, we all knew that was gonna happen. That was just
don't talk about this one yet.
That one?
I want to save that one.
Yep. Okay. We'll save that one. We'll save that one. Seahawks beat the 49ers. I kind of expected that. 37-27.
I'm now scanning through these games trying to find which one he's talking about without actually knowing.
No, I know which one I'm talking about.
No, I know. I don't know which ones Drew is talking about.
Oh, he knows which one he's talking about. Eagles beat the Cowboys.
I know. I'm trying to find out.
In an NFC East, whatever the fuck kind of football game they're playing.
Trash bowl.
All right, game I want to talk about before we get to the Patriots is actually the Dolphins and the Rams, because the Dolphins are 4-3, guys. They're over 500 for the first time in what, 3 or 4 years? 4 years?
I don't know. I was saying 4-3.
Oh, all right, my bad. But yeah, the Rams had a really difficult time playing against the Dolphins defense. I think Brian Flores is finding a formula here at Miami.
And he's definitely gone defense first. You know, they won that game with Tua having barely any stats to even speak of.
Yeah, that's an over.
What, less than 100 yards and a touchdown or something? Like,
I think it's something like that. I'll pull it up right now, but yeah, it wasn't impressive.
That defense.
Yeah, 93-1.
They added pieces, and we talk about, you know, the defense could be the X factor for them, and it certainly has. I mean, 4-3. You beat the Rams, who have been a decently high powered offense for the past 7 weeks. You know, Rams are 5-3, Dolphins are 4-3. You know, they're on track to be a possibly a wild card team, the Miami Dolphins.
The AFC wild card is gonna be
bizarre.
Hell,
there are a lot of teams in the mix.
You got one of between the Steelers and the Ravens.
Yep.
Because that's going to be a tight race to the end. And then you're talking about maybe the Browns being able to sneak in to the race there if they can hold
Still
on
in a playoff spot, baby. We just got to maintain.
Exactly. Yep. And then the West is generally competitive.
Yeah, I mean there are definitely
I think the Raiders
a whole division that is not gonna do anything or make any noise. But
I mean the Chiefs have that locked up, and then the Raiders could do something.
They really could. I mean, they played very I don't even know if they played well. I didn't watch the game, but they beat the Browns, to say the least.
Right.
Which is what they needed to do. They need to come away with
win football games and
against teams that may actually be better than them. I mean,
but now with what happened in the AFC South over the weekend, the Colts are tied with the Titans for the division lead. So you're going to have one of them pretty heavily involved in the wild card race as well.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You know, after that loss to the Steelers, they took a huge step back this week and lost to the Bengals. Joe Burrow, can he be the guy? It seems like he's kind of finding his own.
I think Joe Burrow's going to be the guy.
I think he's legit.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I don't think there's been a question. It doesn't matter win or loss. Joe Burrow's put up numbers.
Yeah.
He has, but is he the guy to get them wins even when it looks like they're going to lose? That's my question. He's yes. Putting up the numbers. What?
Once again, I'm going to reiterate, yes.
Oh, okay, right.
Once they finish filling out the team around him, namely the offensive line, which they did a great job against what is supposed to be a decent Titans pass rush.
A pretty good Titans pass rush. I mean,
honestly,
let's not forget Jadeveon Clowney's on that line. Like he is a home wrecker.
Yeah,
so
they got
Jadeveon Clowney will cheat on your wife.
He will hide your kids, hide your wife. Jadeveon Clowney, he's coming for them. He's coming. I'm telling you. But no.
Impressive stuff by Cincinnati this week.
31 point. He drops 31 points on a Mike Vrabel defense for the, first time in a while, I think. Especially the Bengals. Like I could see 31-20 for the Steelers. You know what I mean? Because the Steelers have a much better offense than the Bengals. But Giovanni Bernard ran 2 scrimmage TDs. Was Joe Mixon hurt, or did he was hurt? Without Joe Mixon, it looks like Giovanni Bernard is finding a stride again. I mean,
he's been in my fantasy lineup both the last 2 weeks.
And has he done well both weeks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, there you go. So, the lack of success for Joe Mixon,
it's just hurt.
No, right, but at the beginning of the year though, was he hurt in the beginning of the year?
No, he just had a slow start. He was coming into his own, then he got hurt.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I was gonna say if that's the case, then could we see Giovanni Bernard take over?
I doubt it. I don't think that would be.
I feel like the question has to be asked. I don't believe it myself, but I feel like the question has to be asked after 2 really good weeks and you're not carrying, but being an essential part to beating a 5-1 team in the Titans.
Yeah.
So
he's played a big role down there, and coming off of that game and talking about Joe Burrow being the guy moving forward. You want to talk about another team who has their guy moving forward?
Yeah, I knew this was the game, you son of a bitch.
The Los Angeles Chargers have their guy moving forward. Justin Herbert.
James, go ahead.
Man.
James, this take is going to eat at you for the rest of your life. I hope you know that. Because Justin Herbert. Are you frozen? James? Is he frozen? It must be his. I don't think he's frozen. I think he's fighting with us. He's frozen? All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait then. It must be his internet connection. It's not ours because it would say your internet connection is unstable. There you go. There it is.
What just happened?
I don't know. You froze.
Oh, cool. It was me? Sweet.
Yeah, our internet connection was stable. What? Anyways, yeah, James, you're gonna be eating that take for a long time because Justin Herbert is legit. He's legit. He's legit, and I'm sure you're fine with that.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. I wish he was on a better coach team. I think Anthony Lynn's the problem now, which is weird.
Yeah,
and I mean, are the Chargers the new Falcons?
No.
Dude, they've blown a 16+ point lead in each of the last
you have to look at it. The defense is banged up. Is banged up. Okay. And let's not forget, and Justin Herbert is absolutely extending the talent that he has on offense. He's absolutely making sure every play counts. 30 points against the Broncos. Last week, who did he play? But he still went off.
It's the Broncos, bro. How can you not beat the Broncos?
Drew Lock apparently.
Oh, no, fair. Well, they scored 30 points.
Yeah, but they were up by 20 points.
Right. Well,
Zach, you were asking. They beat the Jags last week.
They beat the Jags last week? What was the score?
39-29.
Yeah. 39, dropped 39 points. I mean, a bad defense again, but that's fine. He played very well against the Chiefs and almost beat the Chiefs.
Almost beat the Saints.
So he's getting close. He is the only consistent factor on that team right now. The only consistent factor. I would say him and Keenan Allen, but
close.
Right. But... What else? What do you got? I hear a little in your voice.
I don't know. I feel like you could put anyone out there, and I don't think it's necessarily Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen's a top tier receiver.
Well, he's been huge in their third down production and being the guy for Justin Herbert to have rely on as a kind of a security blanket.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
I agree. Sorry.
No, it's fair.
Go fuck yourself. All right, let's get into the meat and bones here. Last game, this was just so disappointing as a Patriots fan. You have a chance to come back, tie the game. You are on the 15 fucking yard line and you fumble the ball. Cam Newton, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Isn't it kind of basic football IQ to put the ball towards the sideline? The ball was, am I wrong? The ball was in his right arm?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which was not towards the sideline.
Well, regardless of what side it was, the ball just dropped straight down.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is like, why is he putting it on the side that's most exposed by defenders?
No, true. No, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I get you.
In that situation, why is it in one arm out like this? Why is he not? He's a quarterback. He's not, a running back that specializes in ball security. He should be protecting that football like it's his own fucking child. Right, and that's situational awareness, and he doesn't have it. None. Zero.
And I don't think I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to extend the play. He's trying to get the yards. They most likely would have went down and scored because the Bills were not stopping them on that drive. They had a good drive. Damian Harris was gashing them on the ground. Cam had some good runs. It was a good run. He got 4 or 5 yards to extend the play. It wasn't a great run. It wasn't a Cam Newton esque run. It was a decent extension of the play.
Well, I think what it comes down to is that drive can't end in a fumble.
No, it can't. No, I mean physically can't. I mean they lost the game. Yeah. But like you can't. You have any sort of rhythm if you're the Patriots, and that's how it ends. That's the sign of a bad team.
And now
that's the sign of a bad team.
And now you're looking at it from this perspective going forward. Instead of hey, look what Cam did. He got us into territory. We kicked a field goal. And if they had even brought it to overtime and lost, that would be a different feeling.
Right.
It would be a different, Cam got the job done. He got us to overtime. Whatever happens in overtime happens.
Right. And it's like, and this has an opposite feeling of how the Seahawks game felt. The Seahawks game was very competitive. It came down to the last play, and you know what? The Seahawks were ready that time, and they and the play that Cam Newton had run, the quarterback sweep off to the left, had worked 2 times before that. And so, you know, you're looking at your numbers, you're crunching numbers, looking at plays. It worked before. Yes, it's disappointing, but you feel good about that because you know the Seahawks are a good team. This is completely opposite. After this loss, you should, as a Patriots fan, you should feel very dejected. You should feel pissed at what happened over the trade deadline. What the fuck are they doing?
I was going to transition that. I was going to say, let's transition into this week with the trade deadline.
Sell your players, get the picks, rebuild. Don't give me this fucking we're going to get this little dink-a-dunk shit anymore. It's not going to work. You don't have Tom Brady anymore. Yes, it maybe worked, but Tom, you good? You okay?
You're talking about the trade deadline, so I covered up my shirt.
Why? Because they didn't do anything?
They didn't do anything.
Yeah, I know they didn't do anything.
Yeah, but the Packers never really do anything.
Yeah, but they needed to do something.
They needed to.
But again, there wasn't anything huge that happened on the trade deadline, was there?
No. Dave, I mean, depends on how you look at Quan Alexander, but I don't think he's necessarily huge.
Who?
The Duke Quan. I don't think he hasn't finished a season in five years.
I don't know. Well, yeah.
When he's on the field, he's nasty.
Right.
Who again?
Quan Alexander.
Quan. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I heard Daquan. I'm like, who the fuck is Daquan, dude? Nah, that makes more sense.
I'm not stopping that hard.
Isaiah Ford.
Yeah, like really?
Isaiah Ford's a good filler piece. He could be a lot better than we think.
He's a good filler piece, but it's a 2-5 team. If you want to win games, you don't go get Isaiah Ford. You can't.
Aren't they working on Dante Moncrief too?
Yeah, they picked up They have signed him on the practice squad. Like, come on, seriously. Filler pieces are fine. That's if you have the other right pieces around your quarterback. You don't. Don't trade for Isaiah Ford if you don't have other pieces that complement him. It doesn't make any sense. Next year, if they keep him for next year and he works out for next year and they have the pieces, then I understand it. But don't trade for fucking Isaiah Ford if you have nothing else around you that's going to benefit from having Isaiah Ford in the lineup. It doesn't make any sense.
So we know Zach's thoughts on the Patriots. I'm 100% with you. I feel like they failed the trade deadline. They needed to make moves. They needed to sell, and they didn't. Article now in Dirty Water. The article I wrote, like, it kind of outlined it all. They needed the pieces. They needed to clear out space, and they did nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
Now,
literally nothing.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question I have for Drew, actually, because neither of our teams, Browns and Packers, did shit. Both, more likely your team than mine, are playoff teams, but the Packers are built to go deeper into the playoffs.
Yes. Agreed.
So the trade deadline makes sense for you to go out and get someone like Will Fuller, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not as a Browns fan, I'm not necessarily mad at not doing it at the trade deadline because we're building off youth anyway. We already have what we need. We're built to maybe get into the playoffs, but that's it.
It's not a priority.
How are you? 100%. But how does it feel on your end?
It's painful to watch it continue. Because it's not just like, oh, we just realized we have this issue. 3 of our guys went down early in the year. Like, we had a solid group going into it, and like injuries fucked us. Like, whatever. That's not what happened. We went into this year knowing for the past 3 years that this is exactly what we needed to do. And it's just one more time that they missed a golden opportunity to add a veteran player to a very, very, very thin wide receiver room. It makes no sense. It's if you can get Will Fuller and sign it, they could have signed him for 3 years. Like, they could have made use of Will Fuller for time to come and just finally move on from like Marquez Valdez-Scantling. As good as he can be, as good as you're upgrading 100% in Will Fuller.
Yes, I agree.
So
as much shit as I gave him last week, yeah.
Right, and like I said, I've always looked at Will Fuller as a legit number 2 receiver. He needs a number 1, and Devontae Adams is
clearly
arguably one of, if not the best number 1 receiver in the league.
I think at this point I'm still going to give it to Nuke because I was with you there. I thought Tay was going to take that spot, but I think it's still Nuke.
I agree.
I think production wise, it's been Davante Adams.
Dude, look at what happens when Davante's on the field. He's catching 14 balls a game for 175 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns.
He's literally had 2 or 3 touchdowns in what 4 or 5 weeks in a row, dude. Like seriously, it's been insane.
His route running, and
nasty.
Nobody has a better connection with the quarterback than Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Aaron Rodgers knows exactly where Davante Adams 100%. Is 100% of the time.
100%.
If I was either of them, I'd be pissed right now.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I think they're going to blow the 49ers out of the water with the combination of injuries and how that team should be feeling after last week.
Yeah.
That defense was pathetic. And it's repetitive to say as a Packers fan. That's been kind of my mantra over the last 5-6 years is why is nobody doing anything about the defense? They finally did last year. Things were looking up, and now it's going straight back down.
Yeah.
Look, Jair Alexander has developed well. They are playing well against the pass. But that run defense, you'd be better off just having 11 guys defend the pass.
Yeah, I know.
And deal with the run. Well, they don't deal with the run, so just let them run.
They should have picked up. Defensive linemen. Anybody on the line, dude.
That's the thing is they're not.
They don't have Mike Daniels anymore, right?
Right. He's on the line.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. But like, he was a big factor.
You not be willing to spend draft capital with the talent that you have on that team now. Yes, everyone wants to look to the future and kind of balance out what they're doing, but if you have a chance, or you go get Will Fuller, you go get him, add him to the offense, and you go find a guy that you can stick in the middle of your line because clearly Kenny Clark, Montravius Adams, that group of guys isn't getting it done. You stick an anchor at the middle of the line, and then you let Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith just go headlong at the quarter. Now you got a different defense. You just need one piece on both sides of the ball, and now you got a whole different team.
I don't disagree.
No, Drew's only speaking truths here.
He is.
So I don't know. It's disappointing, especially to see them not go out and get either one of those pieces.
Yeah. Agree. It's understandable. I mean, all I have to say is that it's your team's in a better position than ours.
Yeah,
or mine at least. I don't know about the Browns, but
they're looking
middle of the road, baby. Chance. That's an upgrade.
They just need everything to go right to win as is.
Right.
And
which again,
not because AJ Dillon's out, Jamal Adams is out. You don't have any depth anywhere on offense.
But you also have to look at the other side of things in that you're playing a team that is way more injured than you are. Yes. And I'm talking severe. I'm saying. Jimmy Garoppolo not playing. George Kittle not playing.
In fact, I've seen this all over the place today is not a single 49ers offensive player that touched the ball in the NFC Championship game last year against the Packers is playing tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a completely different team playing tonight.
That includes a rookie who didn't touch it that was electric so far this year in Brandon Ayuk.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's out too.
Yep.
COVID.
Even the people that didn't touch the ball last year that they had going for them this year are out. I don't know who the fuck San Fran's going to field tonight, but there will be a team out there, I guess.
Yeah, apparently.
And if the Packers defense can't stop
that
the 8th string 49ers,
right.
We got problems.
Right. Okay, so here's my question, and then we'll move on to the next week because we gotta get moving here.
We got
food
to order and games.
Yes, well, we can order while we're talking.
Yeah, I mean,
but here's my question: how many points before you get worried do they give up? I would say 21. I'd say if they give up 3 touchdowns, I would be worried about the defense. What do you think? I mean, it's your team, so you tell me.
I was thinking pretty much the same. I was going to say anything over 20, really. I would expect them to hold the 49ers under 20 points this game.
Yeah, I would agree. You would expect them to, but hopefully it works out. Obviously, I would much rather see a much better
James,
put together.
We can throw this one over to you, a guy that you should know pretty well. You think Mike Pettin's going to be able to coordinate a defense that holds a beat up 49ers team to under 20? No, yeah, I didn't think
so. God. That's a strong
Not a
no.
shot.
That's a strong no.
All
right.
Hell no.
All right, guys, let's move on to week 9. All right. Obviously, we have the game tonight, Packers 49ers. We I feel like we've already talked about that enough. The 49ers are literally a shell of a team because they're so hurt. It's just not even funny. They're hurt, but they're also a lot of COVID cases that they're going through. Ripped through their team like a fucking case of the clap after a trip to the strip club.
They lost a couple wide receivers to COVID. We lost a couple running backs to COVID.
But
so it's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean,
their offense is just much more decimated outside of that.
Yeah, but I mean, also let's not forget,
Doug, there's no way my ass is not fitting through this.
Clap your cheeks, boy. Clap your cheeks. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, we're gonna watch the game, see how it turns out.
Hell yeah!
But there are a lot of interesting games
Hell yeah!
There are a lot of interesting games this week. All right, I'm gonna name the games that I think.
That's the name of the game. Is naming the games.
Shut the fuck up. I almost fell. Crawling in my skin. All right. Ravens Colts. Both teams are 5-2. Believe it or not. 5-2. Now, and that's really weird because the Colts and the Ravens being in the same breath, especially after last year, is bizarre. But they're in the same place.
Well, the Colts defense was really
stepped up.
A story going into the year and seeing if they can continue a massive upward trend from last year.
Agreed.
And they have. They've been fantastic.
Yeah, they have been phenomenal.
And Phillip Rivers has been good enough to get the job done. He made a big comeback a couple weeks ago, and he's been more impressive leading that offense than I had anticipated. He's made good use of, I mean, I hate him for it because every 3 or 4 weeks that Nyheim Hines has a great week and he's on my fucking bench and
right
gets 28 points. He's made really good use of a 3-headed backfield, really, and the receivers have been doing enough to get it done, and he's got some good tight ends over there too. They got a good team in Indianapolis. I'm not gonna lie.
They do. I mean, they're in the playoff picture. They definitely have a wild card spot. If not, they
we'll
really
see how this Titans trend
yes
continues.
I know because they're on a 2-game slide.
And then you don't have to worry about the Jaguars and the Texans.
No.
So that's cool.
No. All right, guys. Jonathan Taylor back in the lineup for this one. So JT, huge piece. He's been stellar this year, especially in against other team. I don't even know where I'm going with that. He's just been stellar this year, guys.
Against other teams.
Yes, not his own.
He's been awful against his own team.
God
He's
damn
got
it.
no attempts for no yards.
God damn. Look at that double wide surprise, JT.
Am I wrong? I feel like Jonathan Taylor didn't have a good game last week.
He didn't have a good game, but that's because I think he injured his hamstring during the game. Yes. So
I don't know if he's having as outstanding of a year as one I thought, but 2 you're saying.
Yeah, no, it's not spectacular. He's been solid.
He's been solid. No, he's been solid, but let's not forget they're going running back by committee anyways.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he's getting the goal line looks. He just got stuffed twice last week. So
right. So I think he's having a better season than I think we predicted he was going to have, especially with the double running back committee in Nyheim Hines. Marlon Mack got hurt
early.
Yeah. So I mean,
his name, dude, I've never heard of, who just appeared out of nowhere last week.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Wilkins.
Yeah.
Jordan Wilkins.
Yeah.
I've heard of Jordan Wilkins
He's
before.
been there.
He's been there. Yeah.
Actually.
He's been there. He's had a couple good games for them. But anyways, guys, Ravens Colts picks go.
Colt. I'm gonna take defense.
Take a defense.
I think the Colts sneak one out.
Okay.
I think the Ravens bounce back.
I gotta go with Ravens on this one. I think defense is gonna be huge in this one. I feel like Phillip Rivers is gonna have a signature.
One thing that I didn't
signature turnover game.
Talk about because I think I was in the bathroom when you were talking about the Ravens game.
Yeah.
But Ronnie Stanley is
out. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's huge.
That
is huge. That's true.
Best offensive lineman in the league.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Out for the year. So I mean, I think this is going to be a really close game. I don't think this is going to be a big bounce back blowout for the Ravens or anything. But I think they find a way to eke one out in a tight game.
Yeah, I agree. I think not that obviously Lamar Jackson's having a transcendent season like he did last year.
Terrible season.
not having a great season. What did I say, though, when we were talking about the Ravens preview? I said this is going to happen because this is what happens when teams figure out how a quarterback plays. He's a run-first quarterback. That's what he wants to do.
Right. He has to change his mindset.
Correct.
Is what it comes down to. And teams won't be
coaches need to change his mindset for him.
He can throw. The dude can fucking throw. He's accurate, and he's got a good arm.
He can have a good arm.
Overall. So if he looks to pass first, it's not like he's going to be bad. So I think that just needs to be the shift this week is pass first, run second.
Yeah.
Don't abandon the run. Yeah. That you still use that as a very valuable weapon.
Yep.
But make it your secondary weapon this week because
I think for the Ravens to win this game, they need to make sure that the Colts are on their heels.
Right.
And I think they can do that. I think John Harbaugh has seen what's been going on. Lamar's not having a good season. I think they know that how important this game is if they want to keep up with the Steelers in the AFC North. So this could be the game. This could be the game where they go, okay, this is
their
it.
position in the wild card.
Exactly.
If it comes down to
I know
the Colts are going to be right there too.
Exactly. And the Titans. Yeah, this is a huge game for the Ravens. I think they understand the pressure. I think they go for it. I think they win.
Well, look at what happened in the biggest game of their season last
year. Yeah, no kidding. Then fucking Derrick Henry made everyone his bitch. All right. Another huge game that I don't think any of us would ever been like, oh wow, okay. Seahawks Bills, guys. Not because of the Seahawks, obviously because of the Bills, but
that's gonna be a fun one.
This is gonna be a really good game. I'm excited because Josh Allen is gonna carve up this Seahawks defense.
But I mean, that Seahawks line has been better than anticipated.
Correct. The secondary is shit because it's hurt.
Right. So
but if
Josh Allen can survive the initial wave and buy himself a couple extra seconds to throw the ball, the Seahawks are in some deep shit, and they've been exposed by quarterbacks that can do that.
Yep.
Fair note, Seattle is coming into this as a 3-point favorite.
Right, and I'm sure as it gets closer to game day, it's gonna go down. I'd expect it to go down because Buffalo's defense is legit. Buffalo's defense is gonna
They can.
They are
legit.
They've been
very shaky.
They've been suspect a couple of games this season, but they're legit. They have a legit squad, and I think that. I don't know, man. I think that they're gonna have a tough time with. No, you don't think so? I still think
there is an imposter among us, bro.
Oh shit!
I don't think that they are as legit or even as solid as you think. There are some serious holes in that defense.
Okay.
Especially when you're going to be facing the best quarterback in the league in Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cam Newton was able to figure it out a little bit last week. And,
True.
I mean, he kept a game competitive the whole time. Russell Wilson is at least 315,000 times better than Cam Newton.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. I think the Bills defense is going to have a tough time. I don't know that there's a better tandem of receivers in the league right now than
Tyler Lockett and DK
Metcalf, dude.
No,
I'd say that. Yeah.
They're nasty.
And
nasty.
With Russell Wilson orchestrating it, that's nigh unstoppable. So
nigh. Mark your calendars. Nigh, guys.
The Cardinals were able to hold DK down when they played, but they gave up
Jesus, it's problematic.
Well, I mean DK made that fucking ridiculous play on that interception, which we all know. But other than that, he had 2 receptions for 15 yards. Tyler Lockett, on the other hand, had 12 receptions for 198 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Right. That's the thing. You can't you can
keep both of them down.
You can't.
There are so few teams in the league that have the cornerback secondary power to be able to do that. Now the Ravens might be one of them. So if things end up working out that way and we see a Seattle-Baltimore Super Bowl,
that would be nice. I'd like that. That'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, you got Marcus Peters and what's his face in Baltimore?
Huh?
Marlon
Humphrey. Yeah, Marlon Humphrey's a good. Yeah.
But that would be a lot of fun. But like I said, I think Seattle's going to be too much to handle.
He picks. All right, so we got Drew picking Seattle. James,
I'm taking Seattle strong.
Yeah, I gotta go
with offense. I'll take Seattle blind.
I gotta go Seattle. I think they're gonna have a hard time limiting both DK and Tyler Lockett. Like you said, I don't think there's not a lot of teams that can do that.
But
so
like I said,
don't forget about my man DJ Dallas,
the 4th string running back.
What are you talking about? Benvenucci.
But
Count it.
No, I don't think it is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a tight game. I think that the offenses are similar. I think they both have a lot of reliable weapons. It just comes down to if Josh Allen can continue to take that step forward, as he's been doing beautifully all year. But to really say, hey, look, I'm legit, and be able to play a little bit like Russell Wilson, buy himself the extra time, and he's got John Brown out there, he's got Stephon Diggs out there, he's got John Brown. He's got Zach Moss and Devin Singletary, which is a great running back tandem at this point.
Yes, it is.
So the weapons are there. It comes down to Josh Allen. This game is
agreed.
Is what I think.
Agreed. I think he's going to play well, but not well enough to get the W.
100% agree.
All right, guys, let's move on. Another game for the Titans where they have to cut the slide. Titans Bears, guys, this week. Titans Bears.
Ooh, and
this is gonna be tough because Derrick Henry has been the X factor in all of these games, and Derrick Henry has almost single-handedly won them important games, but they've been able to limit other options for the Titans. Does Derrick Henry carry this Titans team to a win, or can the Bears figure out the Titans defense enough, like the Steelers have, like the Bengals have last week, and get a win?
I think it's a combination of option A and option C, which was none of the above. Option C in my book is AJ Brown.
Okay.
AJ Brown's a game changer, man.
AJ Brown is a game changer. Absolutely right.
But I think that
let's not forget. Let's look at Chicago's defense, though. Kyle Fuller, right?
They got a good secondary.
They have a very good secondary.
But I think that they're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of their secondary play to limit Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So I think that they do a good job limiting Derrick Henry. I don't think that they hold him down completely, but I think he goes for 80 yards and a touchdown or two, depending on the situation they find themselves in.
Bro, of course.
And I think that A.J. Brown is the one that ends up getting them into the situations for Derrick Henry to maybe find an extra touchdown. And I think
I'm going to strongly disagree with A.J. Brown being the X factor.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, what do we got, James? What do we got?
I say we see an early season bounce back. John starts hitting form again.
Ooh, okay.
John has been a little quiet. We've been waiting.
I like that. I like that.
John back.
I like that.
Short.
The only thing that scares me about that is, you know what? Never mind. I mean, it's the same kind of situation. I think
like it.
You either pull from the linebackers, the secondary, or both to try and stop Derrick Henry, and that's going to hurt you in coverage in both areas. I think it's going to open up the field for a lot of passing plays.
It's hard to limit both those guys. A.J. Brown is an unbelievable young receiver. He's going to be overshadowed by DK, which is unfortunate, but he's unbelievable. John is an unbelievable young tight end.
I did a Madden franchise one time, and we did a fantasy draft, and I had DK Metcalf and AJ Brown, and it was the most beautiful.
That's amazing!
Wow, dude, that must have worked great. Like, if only they went to the same college.
Dude, DK Metcalf had he broke so many records, man.
Yeah. All right, so picks, guys, Titans.
I'm taking
Titans.
I'm taking the Titans.
I'm taking the Titans
because I still think the Bears are complete frauds.
Their offense is fraudulent. Their offense is so fraud.
But I don't think the defense is anywhere near where it used to be.
No, right. No, correct. Right. Absolutely. But it's on its way back up.
It is.
I think it is.
They have been on a positive trend, and they've been able to keep them in games. And Nick Foles is very persistent and is able to mount comebacks at the end of games. Mm-hmm. Not always successful, but they're always there.
I'm also Tennessee is coming into this -6.5. I would take the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
I would.
I think Tennessee wins.
That might be my lock.
Points. I think this is the Bears' first real loss.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, let's move on. Okay.
Please.
I mean, a couple other games. We have Giants, Washington. Who cares? Raiders Chargers could be a good game. We could see another big game out of Justin Herbert.
I'm actually interested to see what happens there.
I'm gonna be keeping tabs on this game because I want to see how Justin Herbert does. I also want to see.
I think Justin Herbert will be fine. I think.
No, I think he's gonna do good. I just want to see.
Interesting to see if the Chargers as a team can make the right plays and decisions.
Correct.
And special teams, which has haunted the Chargers.
Yes.
Forever.
Forever.
Their special teams is always awful.
Yeah.
Back to that season where they should have been the best team ever. And their special teams was the worst
ever.
Ever.
Yeah, no kidding.
So they were mediocre.
Right.
In the most Chargers fashion of all.
Oh my God.
Aw.
But anyways, we have Steelers Cowboys. That should have been a good matchup this season. Now it's not.
No, I'm playing Big Ben in every league I have him.
We got Danucci'd.
Dude,
We got Danucci'd hard.
play every Steelers offensive player
Ever.
Dude,
Hines
former
Dude, Hines fucking
Play
Ward.
fucking Hines Ward this week.
Antoine Randall L. Put him in there, dude. Put him in. Put him in.
Rashard Mendenhall.
Dude, Emmanuel Sanders, put him in there. He's still playing for the Steelers, right?
Dude,
oh my God.
potentially former
Dude,
Brown.
in 2 games.
Yeah.
Dude, put the bus in. He's gonna run for yards. I promise.
my
Like
God.
7 whole yards. All right.
Dude, former Browns and former Orlando Apollo of the XFL, Garrett Gilbert might get the start this week in Dallas. That's where they're at.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll do it for less.
Drew will do it. Drew will literally do it for free. He will go out there with no pads on and play.
Keep going. I'm gonna look up
Fucking
Garrett
NFL
Gilbert's
uniform
contract.
and start a game at quarterback. I will pay you.
All right. Let's move on because we still have OP. Cardinals Dolphins. This should be This could be a decent game. I think what's gonna happen is I think the Cardinals are gonna expose the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins lose this game. I
agree in that they're gonna lose. I don't think that they get exposed.
See, I do.
I think that they hold them down.
I
don't think the offense is going to do nearly enough. The defense really kind of stepped up last week and proved.
True. No, this is true.
I'm talking about the Cardinals. I think the Dolphins defense has proven so far.
Oh,
this
yeah.
season that they have enough to hold it kind of close. But the Dolphins offense, I don't think is going to get anywhere near what they need to do to be able to win this game. I don't think the Cardinals are going to win 45 to 20. I think it's probably going to be like 24 to 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think that the Dolphins are going to be.
James has a spicy fucking take. He's waiting.
I don't actually.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. No, I'm just looking at a contract stat.
But the Cardinals defense in that game against the Seahawks proved to me that they can step up when they need to. Isaiah Simmons with that massive interception in overtime. It's awesome to see him kind of coming into his role as an NFL defender. Such a versatile player. Love Isaiah Simmons.
I was going to say that's very fair to say about Isaiah Simmons as an NFL defender because that dude just plays everywhere.
You can't say any position like
linebacker, edge, safety.
Fuck
it, maybe corner. Fuck it.
Dude, put him in offensive lineman. He'll play it.
Bro, you got linebackers here. You got safeties here. You got linemen here. You got Isaiah Simmons right here. He is just dead in the middle of everything. He can play anywhere.
Wow, it sounds like a Bill Belichick player.
He would have been a fantastic Bill Belichick.
Stellar Patriot if they were higher in the draft.
But he also makes a really good Cardinals player because they are building a good defense down there.
They are.
With him in the middle, Buda Baker at safe. Oh, man.
Chandler Jones, baby.
Chandler Jones up front when he's there. He is, man, that defense is going to be fucking fantastic. And
yeah. When it all comes together, if that offense can start.
I think they're going to give Tua fits.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. All right. Yeah, I mean, I am picking the Cardinals to win.
I'm picking the Cardinals.
Okay. Cardinals.
Drew, I want to talk to you. How much are you willing to do that Garrett Gilbert contract? What are you looking for? What's your price point?
What? For what?
Jerry Jones is giving you a blank check.
Oh.
To go play quarterback.
Yeah, but he's like, you got to keep it in the range of Garrett Gilbert at $529.
$529,000?
Yeah, that's how much his contract.
I will do it for a square 50K.
I want you to know, I was hoping you would say that. That is $8,000 more than he made on the Browns.
Oh, sorry.
He had a $42,000 one-year contract on the Browns. I don't know what kind of minimum that is.
That's how much I make.
That's so depressing. That is depressing. All right, last game. I think this is going to be the game of the week. I'm sure all you
Jets
guys.
Patriots.
Yes, of course. No, talking about the Bucs and the Saints. Come on. Get with the program, James.
I don't know, man. The Saints are also kind of fraudy in my
They are suspect. They are suspect. However, I know this has been said 3 weeks in a row. Michael Thomas could be back, and that changes everything for that team.
I got the spicy boy.
See, at this point, is it going to be that Michael Thomas comes back, he's 100% healthy, and everything goes back to normal? Or is it going to be that it takes a couple weeks to get back into the flow of having Michael Thomas in the offense?
Well, but let's think about it like this. If you're Drew Brees, you have had no one out there catching passes for you. You had literal scrubs and obviously Jared Cook, but Jared Cook can't be your whole offense. Alvin Kamara is taking the brunt of the workload off of these receivers. Michael Thomas comes back, you know Drew Brees is going to want to get him involved early and often.
Right, but is it going to be the same Michael Thomas? Is he going to be as explosive as he was?
Who knows?
So it really is going to be a game of what if.
Yeah, true. No, you're right.
From the beginning of whether or not he's playing, and then all the way into if he does play, is it going to be the same?
Yeah.
So I think that Tampa Bay at the heart of this is going to blow them out.
Wow. All right.
I think that Tampa Bay struggled with the Bears. The Saints struggled with the Bears. The Saints ended up coming out on top, but Tampa Bay has changed a lot since that loss to the Bears.
Yeah, they have.
And I think that defense is going to be too much to handle. Even if Michael Thomas comes back, playing Tampa Bay is not an easy order for your first game back in 6-7 weeks. So I don't know. I think Tampa Bay wins this by 10 points at least.
Okay. I mean, I do have Tampa Bay winning this game. I think the defense has shown a lot in the past couple of weeks. And you have Tom Brady. You have Tom Brady on that team. You always have a chance to win. You always have a chance to win with Tom Brady. I think that it's not going to be as close of a game as a lot of people think, like you, Drew. I guess I'm moving into my more high society voice. Yeah, no, I think this is a Buccaneers game. I think this is a Tom Brady game. I think that Saints defense has been suspect.
Yeah, 100%.
James got some takes.
The Bucks rushing attack evolves every week. They got
that's true. It really does. Involved, it really does.
Last week than they had been before, and it shows. I mean, they're throwing different looks at teams. They're keeping them confused, and when you got Tom Brady orchestrating,
I'm not gonna say sexually. This is a family show.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I've been ignored. I got spice. I got
right.
some Louisiana. That's wrong.
James. Right. What's your occasion take, baby? What you got? Saints Bucks.
The Buccaneers are gonna win, but Antonio Brown don't mean shit.
I agree.
No, I agree.
Michael Thomas, 3 touchdowns.
All right, guys. That covers most of our games. Yeah, what's up?
One more question for you guys.
Yeah.
In the long run, does Antonio Brown help, hurt, or neither for the Bucs?
Well, look what happened last year. Okay, look what happened last year with Antonio Brown and the Patriots. In the long run, he hurt the Patriots.
Right.
Mm-hmm. In the long run, he's going to hurt the Bucs.
He's sure as fuck hurting Chris Godwin's development. Even if he's out with an injury, he's sure as fuck limiting him now being the 3 guy.
Yeah, when your 3 guy is Antonio Brown, that's a healthy competition.
See, I don't know that. I don't know if Antonio Brown's a 3 guy. I think Chris Godwin gets knocked down a peg.
But is Mike Evans still the 1?
I'd say so.
I think when Chris Godwin's in the lineup, he's the 1 receiver.
Ooh.
Spicy takes.
I think he fits Brady's style better. I think he fits that, short to medium route, can go deep when needed, but he stays a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage than Mike Evans does, and I think that's pretty key for Tom Brady at this point.
Well, let's think about this though. Closer to the end zone, Brady's been hitting Mike Evans. Mike Evans has been the most target.
Sure,
no, right,
but I'm talking about overall. I think that for moving the ball up and down the field, Brady's going to look towards Chris Godwin a little bit more.
All right, that's fair. It's a fair assumption. I mean, they get a fair equal share of the ball, between the 20s.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, Who OP this week?
That's not how you fucking introduce the segment, Zach. You gotta ask the OP God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey. Oh, Grand Poobah Kyle. Do you have a question for us?
Now that I think about it, I guess it really doesn't make sense to ask a god if they have a question for us.
Yeah. You fucking idiot.
Who OP?
Who OP?
Whom OP?
Overpowered.
Whomst is OP?
All right. Who OP? Steelers. End of story. Anything Steelers this week.
Early moment. The Packers offense, defense.
Yeah.
OP.
I don't know about defense, but offense, OP. Offense. Devontae Adams this week, OP.
Defense.
Aaron Rodgers this week, OP.
Packers defense confirmed 20+ points. Spice.
The typhoon that clearly hit the 49ers facility in Santa Clara, OP.
You mean the typhoid fever or whatever the fuck kind of disease they got going on there?
They got fucked, man.
They got fucked.
But yeah, no, that's crazy.
Dan Mullen
Dalvin
Vader.
Cook OP, bro.
Dalvin Cook,
Sorry,
OP.
But after taking a beating from him last week, Dalvin Cook OP.
Dalvin Cook,
bro.
OP.
Dalvin Cook, stay hot. Dan Mullen Vader. OP. I know you guys don't get that because you don't really watch college football, but he came out as Darth Vader. I'm going to say that keeps going. Dan Mullen, press conference as Darth Vader. Make it happen again, especially against Georgia. OP. Do it again. That's all I got.
Appointments. OP.
Also overpowered, yes.
Is that it?
I got to say this week, JH, OP. Justin Herbert, OP this week. OP. Watch it. Watch it.
Continue in my OP
Yes,
legacy.
OP. Justin Herbert this week. I promise you.
Zach's severe depression when Sam Darnold throws 300 on him. OP.
Ha! Dab on him.
All right, I think that's it.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
I think
I
that's
don't know
bro.
about that.
Who OP?
He's getting sacked by ghosts now, dude.
Thank you for listening to Whomst. OP.
Who must be the OP?
I just like saying Whomst.
I know you. That's your new word, James.
Yeah.
That's your new word.
Yeah.
You go through for the listeners at home. James goes through phases.
Yeah.
There's just these sayings he says.
Mhm.
The first one was that is juice. That was
No. If you want to go back further, it was spit in my mouth.
Okay, yep. Spit in my mouth. Dem Fulkin.
Damn fucking. That was my favorite.
That was his favorite one.
That one killed
Yeah,
me.
that
I'm
was
like a bad cat, like a bad sitcom, just walking around.
every time James walks by, I just hear the Seinfeld music. Ding 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 ding.
James changes his catchphrase every season.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly,
Fuck.
kinda at this rate.
We've been through a lot of seasons, like it's only been like 2 years, dude. It's got through like 7
Cuzzy was a good one. I still use Cuzzy.
Cuzzy. All right, guys. Do you guys have anything else for us
Nah,
before we
that's it.
sign off?
I wanna
Thank you.
watch some football.
OP, who OP, our preview, our recap.
Fucking
Uh,
thirsty.
Thirsty boy, drink up, baby. We want you to stay hydrated. All right, guys. For James, for Drew.
Hey Zach, where can they find us?
Oh, thank you for asking. Nowhere.
We pulled all social media.
Nowhere.
We're not even going to release this. It's going into the nether.
We're going to send this out on the next space capsule. It's going to be on a meteor.
Voyager 3, baby.
Yee! BOTA Voyager. Guys, for James, for Drew, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, also
Amazon
YouTube,
Podcasts.
Amazon Podcasts.
I can't find us on Amazon Podcast.
I don't know. I don't know if
honest.
Amazon Podcasts even exists, but it doesn't exist. Cool. Don't go looking for us there. They will find
Don't
out.
do it. If you use Amazon Podcast,
They will find. They'll know. They'll know. They'll find you. I'm
Donald
fucking
Trump
proud.
will call you a fraud.
No politics.
Oh no, it happened.
Yeah, it did happen. All right, guys, thank you so much. We love you. We're not doing this, okay? Okay, we're not gonna do this. We're
we're
gonna do
doing it. We're doing it.
this. He always presses the button, Drew. Stay
He's
soggy.
got the button. It's
Nice try. Stay beautiful.
Stay soggy.
Beautiful.
Stay soggy.
Beautiful.
Soggy.
Beautiful.
Soggy.
Beautiful.
Soggy. Soggy.
Beautiful.
Soggy.
That-
Soggy. Soggy.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for all alerts on our uploaded videos. And find us everywhere at BOTA Sports.